Hi, I'm Ernie Shimizi of WVVH-TV, and we're coming to you from the Javits Center here in New York City, site of the 2014 New York International Auto Show. I'm with Angie. Angie, this is such a great show, and Ford is so well represented here.
Well, this is a particularly special show for us. It's a very special week for us here at Ford because we are celebrating the 50th birthday of Mustang. So throughout the course of the week, around the country, around the world, we have a number of different celebrations to mark 50 years of continuous production. Part of that was the introduction of this vehicle right here, which is the Mustang 50-year limited edition.
Now, is this the vehicle that's going to be on the top of the Empire State Building?
We have a different vehicle on the Empire State Building. That is a 2015 yellow Mustang convertible. So that will be on display April 16th and 17th for visitors to see. This here is the 50-year edition, the limited edition Mustang. So only available in two colors: Wimbledon white, which is a nod to its original heritage, and a Kona blue. So in very few options, you can simply get this car with an automatic or a manual transmission. And even more important, very, very limited availability. Only 1,964 of these will be sold.
And they'll be sold in regular dealerships?
Through regular dealerships.
Oh, that is amazing. That's to be prized. What is it about Mustang? It's captured it from its inception, hasn't it?
I think Mustang means something to everyone. It captures a sense of personal freedom, being out on the open road, great driving experience. So everyone you talk to has a story about Mustang. And you know, marking this milestone this week with a number of different celebrations, with Mustang Club of America coming together in both Charlotte and Las Vegas, and then unveiling this product has just been a fantastic way to mark the milestone.
Angie, another big announcement is Ford Focus. That line has been unbelievable for the Ford Motor Company, hasn't it?
The car is a great vehicle for Ford. We're introducing, this is the global debut of the new Focus sedan. We also recently introduced the 5-door Focus, and then we have the Focus Electric, which is another member of the Focus family. This is the best-selling nameplate in the world for the second year in a row, according to Polk data. So very important vehicle for us.
So Ford Focus appeals to who buys Ford Focuses?
It appeals to a large group of consumers. It's one of our smaller cars, so offers great fuel economy, yet it's a really great fun car to drive. It's loaded with technology and different features, so it can appeal to younger individuals or can appeal to boomers perhaps that are downsizing, looking for something smaller, but still something that has all of the technology and the features that they're used to.
You mentioned the word technology, and Ford leads in that. Could we talk about the latest happenings in terms of technology at Ford?
I think as we look at technology, we continue to evolve. We continue to listen to our customers, providing them more features that they want, including things like Sync in My Ford Touch, but also driver assist features, perpendicular parking, active park assist, lane keep assist, which helps keep you in your lane or alerts you when you start to steer off the side of the road. So a lot of driver assist technologies that make the driving experience even better.
It wouldn't be the New York International Auto Show without Volkswagen being represented here. I'm with Mike Klapatowski, who's part of this great company, Volkswagen. But golf is I've been hearing a lot about what you're bringing to this great show, and golf comes up.
Yes, so this is 40 years of golf, so we're celebrating one of the core models for Volkswagen worldwide. So what we've brought here is we have the Golf and GTI and then the Golf R here. This is the 7th generation. The GTI and the we'll be announcing pricing for today at the event. But the Golf R, this is our kind of halo performance model. So this is still a European spec car here, but this car is the halo of the Golf brand. So
Looking at the details, I mean, look at this rear window and how big it is and how
Yep.
styled it is to offer the maximum for the passengers in the back.
yeah, and in this area, the C-pillar design is kind of the one of the heritage designs of the Golf. So we've kept that through all the different generations. The interior, you can see it's more sporty than our GTI. The seats are much more bolstered. We've got some elements of blue, which is the performance color that we use with the Volkswagen R.
You know, I always love the styling of Volkswagens, but those seats, no one creates seats better than Volkswagen from the beginning. I think you guys invented that whole concept. Talking about this car, who buys the Golf? Who's your audience?
So because we have such a wide breadth of different cars, so we have the Golf R, which is our core performance model, but we also have the GTI, which is also very performance focused, and then we have the Golf TDI, the diesel engine car, and then we also have our regular Golf gas car. So we have a wide breadth of different customers that we're targeting, be it performance oriented, fuel economy with TDI and the TSI, or really the hardcore performance with the Golf R. But all of them, obviously, with the hatchback, very versatile car. So even looking at the Golf R, it's still very performance oriented, but you still have the versatility of the fold down seats and the large hatch and a lot of cargo room. So it's a great urban car, but also with our TDI, great fuel efficiency, highway kind of long trip kind of car as well. So
Your owners are enthusiastic because
Very
once you
much,
own
yes.
this car, it can grow with you.
yes,
If you buy it as an individual and then your family expands, it's something that once you have this, it grows with you.
yep. And the sport wagon that we'll be showing a little bit later today, that even emphasizes more of the versatility because you have a lot of cargo room. It's a good alternative to a compact SUV. You still have the sedan or the wagon type of performance, but you have the versatility of a larger SUV type of car. So that'll be shown later today as well. So
Talk a little bit about the New York International Auto Show. What does it mean for Volkswagen to be at this show?
I mean, this is definitely one of the biggest shows for us. So we'll be showing some core models today as well. So it's definitely important for us, and you'll see some nice cars today.
Well, your being here makes it important. It's great seeing you and catching up. For our viewers, come and see the Golf. This is the car that people are talking about here at the New York International Auto Show. We've come to expect the latest in innovation from Lexus, and I'm with Tom, who's one of the product specialists, and you've got something very exciting to show us.
We certainly do. It's known as the Inform system. It's our infotainment system. We have a display here specifically for demonstrations for that system.
Totally new, now only available in what Lexus models?
Mainly the 2013 and beyond, but for the IS2 2014 we have the latest navigation system which we're demonstrating here.
Great, let's take a look.
Absolutely. Lexus Inform system, and we're particularly highlighting the app suite within the Inform system, which is an infotainment system that's built in. You can simply connect your phone, whether you have an iPhone, Apple, Android or BlackBerry, anything with a 3G connection that can house applications, and once you've downloaded the Lexus Inform app onto your phone and you've connected via Bluetooth, you then have access to 10 wonderful applications, one of the market's most popular apps available to you.
So it's all at your fingertips. It's something that's easy to access because
Absolutely.
everyone is concerned, especially Lexus, about safety these days. But if one wanted to find out where an open table is.
Exactly, you can book restaurant reservations via Open Table, and because safety is of utmost importance, we've integrated a voice command system as well, so you don't really have to engage it manually. You can keep your eyes firmly fixed on the road and press simply a button on the steering wheel that will allow you to engage the system with voice commands.
And this just became available on Lexus.
That's right, yeah, it's one of our latest features, and that's what we're demoing here at the show.
The great brand of Chrysler is represented here at the New York International Auto Show. I'm with Andy Love. Andy, great name.
Thank you.
Great car. You described this as the new face of Chrysler.
Yeah, this is the all-new 200 for 2015. It's new from the ground up, and this isn't in the market yet, so this is a great opportunity for people to come here and check out the car before it hits. But on the front end of this car, this is the new face for the Chrysler brand. That's our new front-end design. You'll start to see that design language. This design language of a floating grille, these two different Mobius strips here, start to evolve onto our other Chrysler products. And then as you move along the car, it has a nice sweeping sideline as you go all the way around. We have nice 19-inch wheels on this vehicle to a beautiful back end. We have this nice C-pillar here, which is very sloped to almost give that coupe-like look, to a very short deck lid, integrated dual exhausts, and a nice LED, smooth LED taillight. So whether it's coming or going, it's just a beautiful vehicle front and back.
Chrysler engineering, those two always
Yep.
come together. But you've taken it, you've notched it up into a whole new level with styling, but it also harkens back to, I'm old enough to remember those great stylish cars that Chrysler had years ago.
Yep.
It seems like it incorporates some of that, but also brings it into this new age.
It does. I mean, styling is a hallmark of the Chrysler brand. And if you look at the interior of this car, what we really want to do is not just styling, but we want to do functional styling that makes sense for the customer. So our nice rotary dial E-Shift is the first full E-Shift for the company. And what that does is that completely opens up the center console. So it allows us to put all the controls at hand's reach where they should be, because there's very little packaging with that. And it also allows us to have most in-car storage in the class. You get that unique center pass-through with the Detroit skyline on the bottom of that. We also have shiftable cup holders that shift back. I'll show you right here. If they shift back, and they reveal a hidden media center underneath.
I mean, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
A rotary dial shifter. I
Yep.
mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, this is, it's nice because it takes a packaging of typically what would be a shoebox down to the size of a fist. So Ernie, minivans aren't what they used to be just even a few years ago. Now you have all these different things. You have the DVD players, you have Blu-ray in the car. We're the first manufacturer to offer that for a minivan. But you also have this really cool, unique storage facility. So you got all this storage up front. 3 different compartments. You have a center pass-through, you have cup holders, but you also have 2 different storage areas. And then even like down here, what you have is these cup holders that start right here, but you can pull them all the way back and lock it. So there's storage there, but there's also cup holders that the kids can use, whoever's sitting in the back seat. I'm 6'5", and I have a ton of room back here as well. So it's not just for kids anymore. I mean, you really can fit, obviously, larger adults back here as well. So a lot of cool features, a lot of innovation that we continue to look for, what's next and what do customers want in this segment.
And we're at Kia. This is Scott McKee. Scott, I mentioned to you, you look like an actor here, you know. Did they hire you at Kia just specifically to talk to people like me?
Well, hopefully so I can also write and speak, but if the looks work, great.
Well, speaking of looks, you know, you're being outshined here from what's behind us. A lot of big announcements here at the New York International Auto Show
That's
for
right.
Kia. Could we talk about this beautiful model?
This is a global debut for our new mid-size multi-purpose vehicle. It's the all-new 2015 Kia Sedona. Comes in an 8-passenger configuration or a 7-passenger configuration, and it's kind of segment-defying. The minivan segment, as it's referred to in the U.S., is soccer moms. We wanted to do something that was a little more aggressive, has a little more swagger to it, but it's still got all the same utility as the minivan segment. So you've got dual sliding doors, as I said, 7 or 8 passenger seating, all kinds of technology stuffed in there, 3.3 liter V6 engine, and the tailgate lifts up automatically. All kinds of conveniences that make this the perfect vehicle if you're headed out from the city out to the Hamptons or back in from the Hamptons back into the city. You can pack all kinds of people and all kinds of stuff in this vehicle.
One word, I mean, besides how awesome and beautiful it is, this is a solid vehicle. Just looking at those doors and the door handles, you're hearkening back to a time when automobiles had substance to them besides style.
Yeah.
This has both.
And that's really the idea with the design, is that it's got presence. It's not something that's flimsy, and it's not something that's you're kind of embarrassed to drive. It's something that you're proud to drive. But again, with all of that utility and function that comes with the minivan segment, and we think it's going to be a big hit. We really do.
Plenty of space, plenty of room in the back.
Yep.
Growing family, plus if you have to carpool and bring the other kids to soccer practice, it's all here.
Yep. Whether you're a young family or empty nesters, going on an adventure, you can fit bicycles in the back, whatever it might be. And we're expecting that it will be a NHTSA 5-star, an IIHS top safety pick. So again, very excited about this vehicle.
Scott, concept car, Kia has brought a real gem.
Well, we've been known for design for about the last 5 years now. We hired Peter Schreier, who was the chief design officer for Audi. We stole him away, and he has completely transformed our brand and our entire product lineup. Actually, that Sedona we just looked at is the last, sort of the final chapter in our design-led transformation. But of course, we have more to come. Creativity doesn't stop there. So we have the GT4 Stinger concept vehicle, which this is a 2+2 sports car. Really a product for enthusiasts. The low slung, very wide, all about the driver. And this is a no-frills kind of take it to the track or take it to the street fun vehicle. And this car was originally shown at Detroit Auto Show, and now it has been all over the world. It's been to Geneva, it's been to China, it's been all over the world, and now we brought it back here just because every time we bring it to an auto show, it attracts a crowd.
If I may be blunt, whenever I would think of Kia, I would never think of this latest progression. It was always something that was practical, a lot of car for the money. But you guys have unleashed the shackles of what it is.
Yeah, Kia has always been known as a value brand. We will not walk away from that. Value is something that is fundamental to the Kia brand, but we're also about fun to drive. And if you take a look at, for instance, our K900, which is our brand new luxury flagship sedan, we're advancing value to new levels of sophistication with all of our products. We're keeping that value equation in place, but bringing ever more high-end features, technology, and just general styling. Really world-class styling.
Scott, luxury has a new name, and it's Kia.
That's right. We're challenging the luxury with our all-new luxury flagship sedan. It's the K900. This is a competitor to a BMW 7 Series or the big Audi or Lexus, and it's at substantially lower pricing, but with all of the great features, Napa leather, 420 horsepower V8, all of the technology, surround view monitor and cross traffic alert, automatic cruise control, everything, and just this luxurious cabin, including in the back seat. Seats actually recline, so you're feeling like you're in a first class cabin of an airliner in the back. So this is taking us into a new segment.
Stay with VVH-TV, the official television station for the New York Auto Show. If you could make it down here to the Javits Center, the New York Auto Show will be here through April 27th. This is a Mini Roadster, perfect for those Hampton summer days. Natalie, Mini is so well represented here at the New York International Auto Show. This is Natalie. Say hello to our viewers.
Hi, my name is Natalie Bouters with Mini USA.
Oh, people love Mini. Mini's big in the Hamptons where we're from. What is it about Mini?
Well, we have a brand that's grown quite a bit in the US over the last 12 years, believe it or not, but we came back to the US in 2002. So since then, we have a community of over 500,000 owners in America. Mini is the largest market worldwide. So we sell more Minis in the US than anywhere else in the world, which is fantastic.
And the reason for that is?
And the reason for that is that we have a very special product, and people love our product. They love the product because of its performance, because of its go-kart handling, and because of its friends and owners.
Well, I know you have something special to show our viewers. Let's take a look.
Absolutely. So this, I can start over here.
Okay.
This right here is our all-new Mini hardtop. So it's the 3rd generation Mini, and it goes on sale this month. We showed it for the very first time last year. And it's been extremely well received, and the reason why is that this car has some very interesting new upgrades. It has a fantastic interior, beautiful leather steering wheel. It has some technology upgrades. It comes for the first time with engines that are produced by the BMW Group, because we are part of BMW. We have an all-new 3-cylinder engine and a new 4-cylinder engine, again, produced by BMW.
Now, looking at this car, it seats 4?
Yes, it does. We have 2 seats in the rear, and this car is slightly bigger than its predecessor. So a little bit more legroom in the rear and a little bit more headroom also.
I love this sunroof top here. It's beautiful. It's as big as a full-size car.
That's right, and this is actually a very popular feature that our owners order on the car. Mini is a highly customizable product, and we are actually, we promote it on our website. We have a configurator where you can go and spend some time on miniusa.com to go and build your own Mini. You can have fun with colors, with features, with options, with accessories, and the roof is just one example of that. Ernie, this is a real interesting story. What we have here is a custom designed new Mini hardtop. And you'll see an interesting graphic on the hood here and actually on the rest of the vehicle. And there's the background here is that we, as part of the launch of the new Mini, we decided to ask our owners what are the features that you like most, that you're most excited about, that you would like to test on this vehicle. So we asked back in November of last year for owners to submit their thoughts and their ideas on the website. This was a social effort, and we selected 10 winners. So the most likes, the most creative ideas won, and we gave the keys to 10 of our owners and decided to bring their dream test drive to life. So we invited them to Hollywood, to LA, and we produced videos that, again, that were demonstrating their test drives. This is the winner. This is Alex Coyle's car. She's actually present here at the booth. I can introduce you. But this is her design. And Alex's idea was to create a black Mini with fluorescent light. And she actually drove the car through glass bulbs filled with fluorescent paints, and drove through that. So the design of the car was a contrast between the black of the vehicle and the fluorescent light.
You know, this is what sets Mini apart. You engage your owners. It becomes this partnership of creativity, and the results is you got happy people out there driving Minis.
That's right. And if you happen to like this package, it is available for sale. I mentioned Mini USA and the configurator before. Well, you will find this package that you can actually buy. We've decided to make 56 of them available. Why 56? Because the code name for the car is F56.
Wow, Mini, every year you guys change the landscape for all that follow. It's so great having you here at the New York International Auto Show. Thank you, Natalie.
You're very welcome. And keep motoring in the Hamptons.
Thank you. We're here at Nissan with Steve Oldham. Steve, a lot of buzz around here.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the booth has been pretty busy this morning. A lot of the attention has been with this new 2015 Nissan Murano that we're going to be showing in about an hour.
Please tell
to
us.
The press.
It's a jewel.
It's all new, all redesigned. A lot of new technology in here. You know, the whole body is redesigned, the interior down to the wheels. So we are very excited for this, and hopefully the press will be at 12:25 today.
Nissan has captured an important part of the market. You guys have forged your own way.
Mm-hmm.
What's the philosophy behind the company?
I think it's just, you know, it all starts with the product. You get good product out there for the consumers, and, you know, I think that's basically where it starts. You get good product out there, you get good feedback, and hopefully, you know, you get good sales. And I think we have been the last few months. Sales have been terrific.
A term used is the fit, the finish. The finish, the colors, the vibrancy of this is something you don't see anywhere else.
Yeah, this color is actually called Pacific Sunset, and it actually pops just, you know, fantastic under these lights. And this actually sort of resembles a concept car that we showed at the Detroit Auto Show, I believe it was last year, and a lot of those elements were brought into this production vehicle, so we're very excited.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit more about what Nissan is bringing in addition to this great Murano?
Yep. Along with the Murano over here, we have a concept car called the Sport Concept sedan that we showed at the Detroit Auto Show this year. And it's a design study right now, and it's been getting a lot of buzz. You know, a lot of concept materials in there and stuff, but it's a very exciting project for us right now. It's getting a lot of great feedback from that as well.
New York International Auto Show, what does it mean to Nissan to be here?
It's huge. It's huge. You know, it's part of the big three with Detroit and Chicago and LA. And, you know, being part of the New York Auto Show for as many years as Nissan has been here is a big thing. This is a very important market for us, and for us to be here is huge.
Steve, pleasure always to catch up with you. Nissan, if you come to the New York International Auto Show, stop in, see this Murano, because this is a jewel to behold.
Absolutely.
This is the big reveal. We're in front of, before that camera swings over. Great excitement here at the New York International Auto Show, and you guys are bringing it.
Well, just a couple hours ago, we revealed the 2015 Sonata, which you see behind me.
Should we give our viewers a peek?
In Phoenix Orange.
Okay, we're giving them that peek right now.
The Sonata's all new, and this car will be in dealerships by early this summer. You can see it's quite a bit different than the car that's been out on the road now for just over 4 years.
Again, to say that you've topped what you've done in the past. People who own Hyundais, I know I've got some friends that own Hyundais. They've had them for years. They love them. They're committed to the brand. But you've brought it up to something really exciting, something new. Can we talk about this?
Sure. This is the 7th generation, and the 6th generation was extremely popular. Really was a groundbreaking vehicle. You recall the sleek styling. We called it fluidic sculpture at the time. Very angular. kind of long looking. We think the new one, Ernie, is more sophisticated. It's a little tauter. You can see the resemblance with the brand new Genesis we just launched. It's almost as if somebody from the front rear had pulled the car tighter. That's the feeling that you get with the Sonata. But it only really starts on the outside, and the interior is all new, beautiful materials, a lot of soft touch materials. We spent a lot of time on ergonomics. It's more of a horizontal layout now, so everything feels like where it should be. It's easy to get to the controls that you want to, and it looks gorgeous. So
it looks like it's floating. And I'm told that we've got some Canadians who are inside the car right now. Media from all over the world has descended upon Hyundai today.
I've seen reports from the folks at the show here that there are media from 50 countries. So this show really is, you know, super popular. Okay,
so our first look inside.
Yeah, so we're looking. This is this happens to be the sport model. You'll see the D-cut sport wheel, for example, the paddle shifters, the orange piping on the seats, the orange stitching around the gear shift boot. This is a very, very sporty Sonata. Look at the size of the navigation screen. We've announced we're going to have Apple's CarPlay available for this vehicle down the road. So there's a lot of tech going on in this vehicle. So it's gonna feel familiar.
And it's a full four-door.
Yeah, and you look at this. You can see these screens we have screens on the back windows. That's really something you only see in premium cars. The legroom in here. The Sonata is the largest vehicle in its class for interior room, more cubic footage than any of the other competitors. And you know, that's important for a car like this. So this is a car you have people in the back seat. It's
wow. You know, just if I may, Greg, in closing, you know, I've been closing a lot of car doors, but that is
let me tell you,
beautiful sound.
This is a prototype, Bernie. Imagine when we kind of have the time to do it even better. This car was just, you know, it's one of the cars that you see at shows like
but
this.
But it's in details like that your company, Hyundai, is known for, because they give you a lot and they stand behind what they deliver.
We still got the longest and best warranty in the country. No one's ever matched 10 or 100,000, and you get that with this car. Another thing, and we featured it in our news conference today, this car is built in Alabama, and we're real proud of that. We love our workforce down there. There's just so much to like about this car, including the place where it's built.
Now, not to be outdone, because this was our big reveal for this morning, but tell us what we're looking at.
Yeah, so I love this car. This is a 2015 Genesis. This will be in dealerships shortly. All new for 2014, but it's a 2015 model year car. Just introduced to media a couple weeks ago. Comes in a 5-liter V8, 3.8-liter V6, and for the first time ever, we will offer all-wheel drive in a sedan. So we call it H-Track. This vehicle will be available in all-wheel drive, which we think for your viewers, that's really important. We find somewhere around 80% of the people, you know, in this part of the country will only look at a sedan like this if it's got rear-wheel drive.
Look at that.
All-wheel drive, I'm sorry.
The rear seat space is unbelievable.
This car's beautiful. The little details in this car, and I want you, Ernie, if you can just, when you put your hand inside where you close the door here, just feel there's no seams and there's no screws. It's designed for you to fit your hand. The steering wheel isn't perfectly round. It's more in the shape of your hands around the wheel. This car has so much safety. It is automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist. It'll keep you in your lane if you, for whatever reason, are dozing off. It'll put you back into the lane.
How does that work?
There's radars here behind the mirror and on the front of the car.
I never heard of that. That's something new.
It reads the lines of the road. It's called lane departure warning system. So if you start drifting, you can set it either to different settings to get you back into the lane. The steering wheel, it's called haptic steering. It'll shake a little bit to alert you that you've drifted into the next lane or off the road. It's fantastic. It'll stop. This car will stop if it senses that you're about to be in a collision. It'll brake for you. So it's
I mean, Hyundai
really
Engineering,
terrific.
I mean, you guys must not sleep. You're constantly thinking and coming up with all this good stuff.
We've come a long way, safety-wise, quality-wise. I love the craftsmanship story, and I just want to show you real quickly. This is real wood.
Wow.
And feel that the texture of that wood, that's real. This aluminum, that's real aluminum. This isn't any fake stuff. So we've sweated the craftsmanship deals. I just love all the little things that you get in this car. And to drive it, it's a rocket ship. It's just terrific. It's a blast to drive it. We enlisted Lotus to help us with the suspension tuning. It really drives well. It's a blast.
You know, here in our New York market, our home base for our TV station is the Hamptons, East Hampton, New York. But Long Island, you hear about Long Island. 80% of the people who live on Long Island have to have a car. It's a necessity. It's not a luxury. You need a car to survive here especially in Long Island. New York City, you have other options, whatever. But this is a car. This is a luxury car, and it brings it. The class you were talking about, this is the largest. Is this also one of the larger cars in the class of this vehicle?
Yeah, the interior is larger in most cases than all the other vehicles. But the beauty of this, and look at this double, you know, soundproof. And this car is so quiet inside. We even have this kind of material around the edges of the hood to keep the engine noise in there. But this car starts at $38,000. There are cars, you can load this thing out and look at the competitors, and they're $15,000, $17,000, $20,000 more. And I defy anybody who can, if you're stuck on a badge, if you can't get over that with the badges on your hood, you might not be the right person for this car. But if you're a smart shopper and you're just looking for a car for the car's sake, you can't beat this.
Very well said. We're at Maserati, and I'm with Rex. Rex, pleasure to make your acquaintance. You're surrounded by a lot of beauty here, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Maserati, tell us a little bit about that brand, that name, the history.
Well, Maserati actually is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Yes. And from Italy.
You look pretty good for a guy. No.
Yeah, well, I've been, I try to take care of myself.
And these cars look beautiful.
Yes,
for 100
they do.
years. It started in Italy?
Yes, it all did. The Maserati brothers, there was actually 5 of them to start with, and it sort of narrowed itself down to 3 brothers that ran the company for a long time.
Has the company always aimed for luxury, performance? I mean, that edge.
Absolutely. Performance, luxury, styling, yes.
Yeah, no minivans here.
No, you won't find that in the Maserati lineup.
But what you get is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now we're looking at this beautiful. Now what model is this? And
this is actually one of the versions of the Gran Turismo. This is a 2015 model of the Gran Turismo MC Centennial model.
So this is in celebration?
Yes, it is. The Centennial model is offered with very special interior combinations, exterior color combinations, wheels, little carbon fiber trim here and there that the other Maserati MC does not have.
That Maserati symbol is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is, the trident.
And it dates back to 100 years
100
when it
years,
started.
yes.
Tell us a little bit, where are they manufactured?
In Modena, Italy.
So still the Italian connection, still those roots to the beginning of this great brand.
Yes.
This is unbelievable. So tell me, when someone buys a Maserati, what are they interested in? As we look into this beautiful cockpit.
The performance is sort of taken, that's a given. But as far as the Maserati lineup, people sort of distinguish themselves buying Maserati because of the luxury, the prestige of the car, just the overall beauty and styling of the car. There are other supercar manufacturers around the world that emphasize certain things, but with Maserati, it's always been styling and performance and luxury.
And it's an investment also, because those who buy Maserati don't sell once they buy a Maserati. It's something that everyone knows the value only will appreciate in years to come.
Generally, they're very loyal owners and come back year after year.
But think about here in the New York market, we're Hamptons Television. For someone who's leaving their beach house, heading out in this beautiful convertible, I mean, what an experience
That's
is
true.
that?
Can you picture yourself in anything prettier?
Well, flaunt it if you have it.
That's right.
This is fantastic. So you guys are here part of this great New York International Auto Show. What does this show mean to Maserati?
Oh, well, it's definitely one of our largest markets. Just in the greater New York metropolitan area, we've got 10 to 12 dealers in this area. So it's a very tight-knit community or dealer network in this area. And it's always been a very deep-rooted core of the Maserati customer.
And service, when it comes to a Maserati, you take that very seriously.
Sure, and it's improved just like all manufacturers around the world. A lot of the components have improved over the years. The service practices have improved over the years, and it's just it's not the finicky supercar of the past. It's a car. It's definitely a performance-oriented luxury car that people can enjoy on a daily basis.
Excellent. Well, Rex, something beautiful to behold. You've got other models that are here, part of Maserati, the different lines of your company. I see, what are we looking at there? That's the
Quattroporte.
Four-door.
Four-door. We've also just introduced the new Ghibli. The Ghibli is also a four-door, slightly smaller than the Quattroporte.
A lot to see. It's great catching up with you.
Well,
Thanks
thank
for
you very
being
much
part
for
of this
coming
great
by.
show.
You bet.
Thank you, Rex.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good.
Ernie, this is a new 2015 model of the Maserati Ghibli. There are two versions of the Ghibli. There's the base version and there's the SQ4. So we have a rear-wheel drive and we have an all-wheel drive. The SQ4 is the all-wheel drive model. That's the model that we're looking at right now. These cars were introduced in November of 2013 as a 2014 model. This particular car is a 2015 that dealers should see sometime around September or October of this year.
You know, I don't, as we look inside this beautiful cockpit, I mean, this is so different from any other vehicle that I've seen. In fact, once we look at the front, we're going to go to the back because you have, if I was giving out awards, that is the most amazing center console for a rear seat that I've ever seen.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I mean,
Functional.
That is a work of art. It's that Italian attention to detail,
Exactly.
fine leather work, etc. I mean, this is magnificent. Dealers are throughout the New York area?
Yes, there are. There's 10 to 12 dealers within the metro New York area.
Excellent. Well, those of you out there, and you know who you are, who enjoy the best of what life has to offer, Maserati is definitely top on that list.
It should be. The Gran Turismo MC Centennial model here, it has the same engine as the standard MC. It's a 4.7 liter V8, makes 454 horsepower. The engine is actually built by Ferrari. It's designed to Maserati specs, built in Modena, Italy.
I mean, it is beautiful. You very rarely get a look at a Maserati engine, and to see the work that goes into this, it's a work of art.
And they're so easy to drive now too. This engine is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission now, so it truly is. It's a car that anyone can drive on a daily basis.
Well, thanks for the inside look. Everyone brings us inside the cockpit, the driver's compartment, the rear seat. But for you to pop the lid on this, to give our viewers this inside look at a Maserati engine, this is really great, Rex.
Well, Ernie, that's where it all starts, right there.
That's it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. You
Super
bet.
cool. We're at Mazda with Jeremy Barnes. You're a very lucky man. You're surrounded by all of these beautiful Mazdas.
Yeah.
Mazda is so very well represented. I mean, you're a lucky guy. This is spectacular. I really feel like I'm at an auto show.
Oh, that's great.
Being here.
Well, I am indeed very lucky. This is the 25th anniversary of the MX-5 Miata. You can imagine 1989 when Mazda reinvented the small two-seat sports car segment. We're very lucky to have this incredible selection of cars that you see around you. We have 11 cars on the stand today. We'll have 13, so bringing 2 more up tomorrow. And we show everything from the 2 cars at the front of the stand, the red and the blue one, which were the 2 cars that were on the auto show stand in the Chicago show back in 1989 when we launched this car, all the way back to the car that's going to be on the stage that we're going to unveil later on this afternoon, which is the 25th anniversary example of the MX-5 Miata.
25 years of Miata, and those 2 are from the original 1990.
Yeah, they're 1990 models, and those 2 were on the Chicago Auto Show stand back in 1989 when we launched the Miata to the world at the Chicago Auto Show.
But how interesting that styling-wise, as current then as today.
Yeah,
the brand never loses its emphasis.
Well, it's really interesting. It's such a timeless design. It's such a timeless shape. It's worked so well over the years that as we went from that first generation, the car with the pop-up headlights, to the second generation, which is the car that we're standing next to here, this Rev 1, and you see a racing example of the second generation over there on our right, and then you go back to the third generation, which is that yellow one over there in the corner, and then again, as I say, we're going to show that newest one later on this afternoon. The car never lost that passion. It was a timeless shape, and the concept never changed. It was always a small, 2-seat, lightweight roadster. It was basically a real sports car that anyone could afford, that anyone could drive. You could drive it every day. It wasn't 1,000 horsepower. It didn't have handling that would peel the skin off your face. It was a car that was fun. It was just easy to drive, and anyone could drive it.
Well, you said it. Everyone would want a Mazda. A Mazda Miata, or the brand name of Mazda also. But a Miata is something that, if you can live it, you'd want to have it.
Yeah, well, call it the endless summer, if you will, right? You know, the fun never ends, the summer never ends when the top goes down like this. You know, look how simple this thing is. This was what was so beautiful about this. It's literally one hand and the top's up. There's just nothing to it. And you've got, on this later model, you've got a glass back window. The earliest cars had a plastic back window. It's just so simple. That was really the beauty of it. That this car kind of evolved from those old British sports cars, right, from the 50s and 60s. Those were the cars that had they had a top that was like a pup tent. So, you had to pitch all the metal sticks, then you had to pull the top over the top. They were unreliable, they dripped oil. I mean, there was a certain passion to those cars, there's no question, but we really reinvented the concept of the sports car with the Miata. We gave people a car that they could drive every day. You could just hop into it. You hadn't driven it in 6 months, put the key in, twist the key, and off you go. It was so simple, it was so basic, there's nothing complicated about it, and that idea has translated all the way through to today. Sure, you've got Bluetooth in the car today, you've got satellite radio, but it's still that basic
all those
elemental
latest
concept.
Technological evolutions.
Yeah, absolutely.
The resale, first of all, people who own these don't sell them that often.
That's right.
The value maintains itself from the day you buy this. Other cars that one could see might diminish, but this does not lose its value because people want to have this type of vehicle.
Well, it's kind of interesting. You do start to see the earlier cars. You see them on sale these days for maybe $3,000 or $4,000, but they've got 150,000 miles on them for those prices. You find an early car with the pop-up headlights that's got, say, 25,000, 30,000 miles, and trust me, there's plenty of those collector cars out there. That's a $10,000 car today. They were only $13,000 when they were new back in 1990.
Jeremy, you're representing Mazda.
Yeah.
Now there are other brands, of course, other offerings that you have here.
Yes.
Can we just take a quick look before
sure.
we want our viewers to know that if you want a Mazda Miata, 25 years, come and join the celebration.
Absolutely, but like you said, there certainly is a lot more to Mazda than just the MX-5 Miata. That's kind of the brand icon, right? That's what we're most known for. But then we've got vehicles like this car next to me. This is the CX-5. This is our all-new mid-size crossover SUV. Vehicle's selling really, really nicely. Available with a 2-liter or a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. This vehicle has a 3.7-liter V6 engine. It seats 7
wide.
people.
Really? I can
Yep.
see that there's
3
the width of it.
rows, seats 7 people. All the luxury you could possibly want in a luxury type SUV.
Can we open up the door? Take a
Yeah,
look?
absolutely, absolutely. We might even find there's someone already sitting in there.
Oh,
so if we open the door here, let me just show you.
Nice.
So, if I can let me just cut across in front of you. So we've got plenty of room here for 3 across. Seat just folds forward really nicely, and then again, there's more seats directly there in the back. Lots of space, very comfortable. All the luxuries you could want.
Talk about making a statement. Cadillac always makes a statement. I'm with Bill Peffer of Cadillac, and what could we say? The Escalade, or how do you pronounce it?
The Escalade. The
Escalade.
yes.
I know some people say Escalade.
Well, we're really excited about this product. It's hitting dealers in the next week or 2. We just started shipping them, and it's the newest iteration of what is an iconic product for Cadillac and for the segment, and we are expecting to do very well with it.
Just the height and the mass of this Escalade is different from anything else you'll find from any of the other manufacturers.
Well, I mean, we led the segment with this product in the past, and we're looking to do very well with the next generation Escalade. This is an opportunity for us to talk to our existing customer base as they come back in for the newest and best product from Cadillac, but it's also an opportunity for us to conquest other vehicles in these customers' garages. These are not needs-based customers at all. These are customers that are very discerning in their choices of what they drive.
And they are passionate when it comes
absolutely.
to. So let's talk about this vehicle and what's new about this here at the New York Auto Show.
Well, virtually everything you're looking at is new. It's a brand new exterior, an all-new interior, upgraded powertrain. I mean, there's not much that you're looking at on this vehicle that is carryover from the existing platform we have today. One of the cool features of the vehicle is a 3rd-row power fold-flat seat, which is something that our customers have asked for.
Well, you have a feature that we have to show our viewers.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ernie. So if you just hit a quick button here on the power-operated liftgate, right now we have a load surface here with the push of a button. You'll have the 2 seats fold flat. So simple as that.
Wow.
So all kinds of cargo
It was like
area.
instantaneous.
It was instantaneous. Very, very quick, very, very smooth, and it's something that we're real excited about. First for Escalade. And a simple push the button back. Seats pop back up. You can do them individually, a 60-40 split. And then if you want to close the hatch, there's a button here. Power operated, so very simple to use as you're loading groceries, a low lift over height, and then this power operated feature.
You've got luxury, plus also you have the functionality.
You do. You do. Everything,
this is
all
cool.
our best technology in Cadillac.
This is cool. Tell us about Cadillac. I mean, the philosophy of the company, everyone knows it's the premier luxury brand in the United States.
It is, and Cadillac was the fastest growing luxury brand in 2013. We grew our sales 19.5% at a retail level, and we have done that through a product-led renaissance. If you look at the products in our lineup here, even a few short years ago, most of them didn't exist. So we're on a very swift and deliberate product cadence, and that's the cornerstone of our growth strategy that we have.
Well, you guys have the lead, and you're not giving it up.
No.
I mean, it's an investment of General Motors to keep the Cadillac brand going forward. So, I mean, just look at this, the depth of the wheel well here. This is like really something that speaks to the fact that this is a vehicle that's made to be driven.
It is. I mean, it's not only usable and beautiful, but it's also very functional as well in terms of being a capable competitor on all different road surfaces. So, I mean, they're the ultimate expression of luxury, but also the ultimate expression of functionality.
It's really something to enjoy.
It is, and it's the quality of the materials and the surprise and delight features that you find, like the example we showed you with the full flat 3rd row, that I think will separate this vehicle from the rest of the competitors.
Escalade, premier brand, a lot to offer. We invite our viewers to come down to the New York International Auto Show.
Sure, have a
Say
look.
hello to Bill.
Yes, I'll be here.
And take a look at one of the most beautiful vehicles you'll ever see here at the New York Auto Show. At the New York International Auto Show, Honda is represented. Chris Martin.
Yes.
Chris, pleasure to see you again.
Thanks for coming back.
We've been here a couple of years, and over the years we've seen innovations coming out of Honda, from pet innovation vehicles to vacuum cleaner innovations. But now the world has come to the New York International Auto Show with this new car.
So yes, this is the 2015 Honda Fit. And as far as innovation goes, I think the single most innovative thing about this vehicle is that it's the automotive equivalent to Santa's magic bag.
Oh.
It's small on the outside, but it's huge on the inside. You can fit so much stuff and people into this vehicle. The exterior length of this vehicle widened it slightly, but increased passenger room dramatically. In fact, we added 4.8 inches of rear leg room in the rear seats, but we maintain class-leading cargo capacity. These seats fold like a Swiss Army knife, every different direction. You can see right there that seat is 60/40 folding, completely flat. No other vehicle in this class folds down that way. And the way that we do it is we put the fuel tank, which is normally under the rear passenger seat, we put it under the driver's seat. So it's a thin tank, same capacity as the old model, but it allows us to fold that seat down into that space where the fuel tank would normally be, which is where your feet normally went here. At the same time, you can fit many, many other things. We had a great cargo demonstration at our initial press event where we were fitting these huge plastic bins. You know, the large bins where you might store stuff in your garage. Maybe some people move with them. You can fit 4 of those in here because they stack up to the roof. The way that the window opening would be hanging about here, it still closes without pushing on them.
So this is a whole new line of Honda, isn't it?
Well, we've had Fit in the U.S. since 2006 as a 2007 model, and it had a lot of these same great features. It's been class leading in cargo over the years, but what we've really done with this new model is if we've pushed those limits even further, but we've added even more premium features to the vehicle. It's the first time that you can get leather interior on a Fit. Because a lot of people, they want a small car, but they don't want to give up those creature comforts that they're used to in larger, more luxurious vehicles. We've got leather seating, we've got standard rear view camera, we have standard Bluetooth cell phone interface, multiple standard safety features, including an all-new front crash structure that's expected to perform top ratings in all of the safety ratings.
Wonderful.
So for small cars, that's a worry for some people. They get into a smaller vehicle, is it going to be safe? We're working to account for that.
You don't want to sacrifice safety.
Right.
You've got more to show us.
Definitely.
Because we want Honda to be well represented in this
We've got more colors.
TV show.
We've got some wonderful colors. We've got blue here, we've got red here, there's a yellow one up at the front of the booth. One thing that I'll show you right over on this side of the car is this little pod down here. What that is that's a camera in the mirror. Speaking of Honda innovation, something that no other auto manufacturer has is the Honda Lane Watch system. This is a camera that's looking backwards into your blind spot. And when you put your right-hand turn signal on, it shows in that center screen display what is in your blind spot 2 lanes over on the freeway.
Amazing.
So there's no hiding bicycles.
That's when you need to know it.
Either on the freeway or say you're going to make a right-hand turn here in the city and there's a bicyclist coming up beside you. You might not see them when they're right here, right? Because the mirror doesn't have that range of view. This, you see really everything that's in that blind spot. So it provides a whole new level of visibility. It debuted on the Accord a couple of years ago. We've been expanding it to other models in the lineup. It's on most Civics and it's on EX and above levels of the Fit, which means most Fits will be sold with this system as well. So it's just a great little thing that it seems like a gimmick when you first use it, but after you get used to it, we were talking about backup cameras a moment ago. After you get used to it, you just can't live without it because it's really such a great thing.
Constantly innovating. This is so great.
So as we walk through the booth, though, we've got more. We've got more colors. There's a gray one over here. The Fit comes with this new screen on EX and above models in the center stack, and that's a 7-inch capacitive touchscreen. What that means is It's like your smartphone, like your iPhone or your Android phone. You can pinch and swipe through the display. You can move things around, customize the display. It's a very bright, colorful screen. I wish we had one powered up.
Is the sunroof an option, or?
Sunroof is a new thing also. On EX and above, it comes with, most fits will come with a sunroof based on sales volume. It was not available on the prior generation car. With this screen, by the way, you can get it a Navi model or a non-Navi model. The non-Navi model now, because of this, the way we've set up this screen, you can get a new smartphone app that works with iPhone. That's a Navi app. So see, I've got my Honda branded phone here. You can actually download a navigation app for $59.99, and it will work through the faceplate on this car. Oh, wow. So you program your destination either through the screen or on your phone before you leave your house, plug it into the car, log into the application, and you can route yourself by using the screen in the car. It'll work through the audio system in the car, just like our embedded navigation. So it's a way at a lower price point, wow, where, say, with an EX level fit, now at around $17,000, you have a navigation-equipped car in-dash. The data's coming through your smartphone plan instead of having to worry about buying the more expensive model to get it.
We're at Lincoln with Sam Lucricchio, and Sam, you're being mobbed here like a rock star.
Well,
is it you or is it Lincoln?
I'm going to go with Lincoln. I think I'm going to go with Lincoln. I think, we've got some great products that are starting to come out. We've got a great vehicle here with the MKZ that comes in both standard engine and hybrid. It's really taken off for us from April to December of last year. Sales were amazing, and then from January, February, and March, our brand's up 31%.
Let's take a look. So this is the MKZ.
Correct.
Now, what is it about the MKZ that people are buying this vehicle and want to possess it?
I think when you look at the competitive set, we're in the largest subsegment of luxury with this sedan, and I think they're seeing a couple things. And first and foremost, obviously, you look at the outside of it, and you're impressed with the stunning design. It's a very minimalist approach, just like the Lincolns of old, where it wasn't real ostentatious. It was very much sculpted and fine lines. Like you look at the rear view mirror, and you see it almost like on a pedestal, right? So those kind of attributes and real subtle elements are what people are drawn to.
You've got more to show us before.
I got more to show you. So I've talked about the largest segment in sedan. I've talked about the fastest growing segment. This, with the Lincoln Navigator, is the...
So I'm seeing here, it says powerful, beautiful Navigator.
Navigator, exactly. So in this vehicle, you have probably the most loyal customer base that we can claim under the Lincoln nameplates. 70% of the people that buy their first Navigator come back to the Navigator.
Wow.
So keeping that in mind, when we made the new Navigator, we recognized that we want to have attributes that bring it into the new Lincoln family. The split wing grille in the front, the tail lamp execution, a lot of the clean lines that you see in the vehicle. But also we wanted to put some other luxury appointments in there that kind of kick it up a notch, if you will. And if you looked in the interior and you saw some of the wood treatments, that zirconia wood is the first time that it's been applied in an automotive setting. Usually people use it on yachts, they use it on furniture, high-end furniture, and even customized guitars that go for $5,000 to $8,000, where the guys are making them in their own shop. If you look at the running board that pops out as you open the door, you've got easy access in and out, and the ability of safety and the power that you get with the new 3.7 engine. That is also all EcoBoost for us. We went from a V8 to a V6. Not only did we not lose any power, we've got best-in-class towing capabilities. So there's attributes that are in the vehicle that are a little bit of surprise and delight. How do you get into such a large vehicle, male or female? This kind of helps you out with getting into something like that. So it's a
never saw that before.
It's a subtle treatment, but it goes with the vehicle. And I mean, if you look again at the wood treatment that's on the side door panels, the wood treatment that's on the steering wheel, that wood is completely unique to the automotive industry, traditionally used in luxury yachts and furniture and even customized guitars. So there's a lot new, and we've got our 20-inch wheels here that come as standard. So the ability to show that size and power is even more exacerbated by the idea that you have such a powerful stance for the vehicle.
So this is the top of the class for a Navigator, what we're looking at right now.
Yep, this is the Reserve package, and the Reserve package has all those attributes of wood and leather that we're talking about. So, you know, there's only the two packages. There's the standard and there's the Reserve package, and we think the Reserve package is really going to be something that, you know, with that very loyal customer base, they get all the best of all worlds. Ernie, you can see with the ease of a finger push, all that capability that I talked about, particularly from the rear end, it not only does it suffice with, you've got 3 rows of seating, but those seats all in fact come down. You're ready to go for golfing, you're ready to go if you're a boater, and with best-in-class towing capability, this is a nice way to get yourself to the dock.
Well, you said it, Sam. The people who own this, 70% come back, because when you're used to this type of luxury, you can't go back to anything else.
Well, and I think you're right. And I think even though, you know, I made the comment before about MKC being kind of the next level when folks, you know, kind of use up their need for that kind of space, you're still not sacrificing luxury for that. I mean, there's such beautiful appointments as it relates to the MKC. So what we're really trying to do is give a gamut of choice to luxury buyers that they haven't really had before. I mean, there's some standard nameplates that are out there. We all know their names. I think where we're going to be a little bit different is in the dealership. We want to really personalize the experience. We're kind of retooling our dealerships with the idea that they're going to be much more personal. We're training our dealers in a different way so that warm and personal experience from the vehicles translate to this.
Sam, before I go, I want our viewers to see this again.
Well, and it's a great feature, and the beauty of it is you don't expect it. It is a surprise and delight. It is the ability to get in and out of a vehicle that, you know, at first you may say, my goodness, these SUVs are so daunting. They're not daunting. They're a luxury experience, and as such, there should be luxury appointments that help you enjoy that experience.
Stay with us. You're watching the New York International Auto Show. Great to meet you, Sims.
Nice to meet
you. And this is Toyota.
This is Toyota. We are very pleased to be here, as always. We have quite a large footprint here at the New York Auto Show. We have, just for this show, debuted our 2015 Camry. Some of the new things, everything you see on the exterior has been changed except for the hood. So we've made it a little more aggressive, truly reimagined it for the consumer. Some of the visual things you'll see right off the bat will be the headlamps are quite different.
Let's take a look. You know, our viewers love, you know,
look at these
not
headlamps.
only Christmas do they like to open up packages, but the New York Auto Show, so please.
Again, it's quite different. You have the two headlamps right there that you'll see, the LED headlamps for a low beam and a high beam, and then the integrated fog lamps are also the LED fog lamps. You have a sharp line that runs from the beginning right at the hood all the way to the end of the car. Same thing with this sharp line that you're seeing for the lower rocker panel right there. We've also added a new trim level to the Camry, and it is the XSE. We've always had the SE, which was a sport model, and this new level is the XSE, and it is a more amenities on the SE Sport Edition. So you'll see the smoky headlamps, you'll see more of a smoky front grille, different wheels. The interior will be where you have a leather trimmed steering wheel along with the leather shifters knobs, but a leather shifter knob now is standard across the board. So a lot of changes in that way. It is 1.5 inches, well, 1.8 inches longer and a little bit wider. So you have also more sound deafening equipment has been added to the Camry. Things as simple as 30% more carpet, and that would just make it for a little bit quieter ride.
and the luxury level continues.
Exactly. You have everything from a technology package where you can get blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, pre-collision control, dynamic radar cruise control. So those elements have been added to the Camry as well.
That's what I love about Toyota, because if you match up what is in a Toyota vehicle, whatever the line, whatever the manufacturing line is, it is amazing what you guys give to your public.
It's quality, reliability, durability. The Camry being the #1 vehicle car sold in America for the 12th straight year. So that's a car, and it's truly an American-made story, out of Georgetown, Kentucky. We also have some fun things going on at the New York show that people are going to want to see.
Show us more, because we need to let our viewers know as they come down here.
This way, then.
Okay, you got it.
We have this thing right here is the FV2. It's the Fun V2, and it is it's a future mobility concept. And what it is trying to tell you that Toyota wants you to have fun with your drive. It's fun to drive, and it has a physical connection because instead of putting on the pedal or anything to get gas or turning any type of wheel to go left or right, you're using your body to go left, right, back, forth, and etc.
That's unbelievable.
I know, and it's so cool. So we've had that at a couple of our shows that we've had this year, so I think people will be very interested in seeing it because you're connecting to the emotion. If you find that you drive more aggressively going down a freeway or an interstate at this time, at a certain times of the day, this car wants to get to know you so that it will emulate what you are doing. So it'll have an emotional connection and a physical connection. Now we also have
that is so cool.
We also have the iRoad over here. The iRoad it's in Japan right now. It is akin to a zip car, something that you would rent. The iRoad is electric motor and battery, and it can go up to 30 miles on a charge, and then you'd plug it back in and head on down the road, but you would rent it for X amount of time. So it's 30 miles, it goes up to 28 miles per hour, and it too has the rear wheel control. And you can lean to the left and lean to the right. So this is the iRoad right here.
Toyota's inventing a whole new industry here.
Well, this is already in Japan, and it will be in several cities coming this summer throughout Europe.
So tell me, these are street legal? They can be?
Yes, and you have enough room. It's kind of like a motorcycle with a hood, because you also have enough space for groceries or a small child in the back seat. So it is a two-seater, but it's more of a personal mobility vehicle.
And when does Toyota see these being on a...
Here, I don't know for the U.S., but as I said, it is now in Japan, and it will be released this summer in several cities in Europe.
Wow.
We also have a fuel cell car here that people may want to check out. The fuel cell is hydrogen and a hybrid, so it uses hydrogen fuel into the tank, and then you're going to goes through a control unit.
Which one would that be?
It's all the way on the other side of the floor right here.
You have one of the biggest exhibit areas here at the New York International Auto Show, and there's a reason for it. Toyota offers so much.
Well, we do offer something for everyone. We aren't the manufacturer that just builds, a van or just sedans. We do cross-section quite a bit because we have SUVs to fit every style and size of family, because you go all the way from the RAV4, then the Highlander, then the Sequoia, and the Land Cruiser. Of course, we have our Sienna minivan, and then for sedans, we have our entry-level Yaris, and then our Corolla was completely redesigned for 2014.
Before we run, there's the Highlander. Let's take a look at that.
The Highlander was completely redesigned for 2014. It's longer, it's wider, has a lower profile stance, has a lot more amenities than we had prior. You have a standard third row seat which can go flat down, so if consumers don't need the third row seat, they just have more cargo space. It's about 35% more cargo space, about 5 inches more for the foot area if you do have the third row. Now you can get heated seats, ventilated seats. You can also get heated seats in the middle row if you have the captain's chairs. You have heated outside mirrors, a heated steering wheel, so a lot of luxury amenities are added to this car.
Stay with us. You're watching the New York International Auto Show, coming to you from the Javits Center here in New York City. We're at Porsche. Nick Tork is going to be our guide. You're blowing our minds here. This is beyond words. Tell us, what are we looking at?
Well, thanks. This is the all-new Porsche 918 Spyder, which our first customer deliveries will begin shortly. It's our new hybrid super sports car. So it's a plug-in hybrid, but it's actually the fastest production car ever. We actually set a lap record at the Nürburgring Nordschleife in Germany, 6:57 minutes around the track, faster than anyone else has ever gone. It goes 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, quarter mile in 10 seconds. But it gets 67 miles per gallon and goes 12 miles on electric range only.
I mean, you said so much. I told you it blew my mind. It's the fastest, please again.
Fastest production car in history.
Wow. Wow.
Top speed of 214 miles an hour.
And this is an actual production car that people can
We're making 918 units, and actually we've sold the majority of them already. We still have a few cars available, but it's a very exciting project for us.
Oh, I mean, the word exciting, plus, as you mentioned, it's a hybrid.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of surprising to people when they hear about a Porsche hybrid, but it's actually not our first hybrid model. In fact, we've had the Cayenne S Hybrid and the Panamera S Hybrid the last few years, and just earlier this year we debuted the Panamera SE Hybrid, which was our first plug-in, and this is the second plug-in model for Porsche. But the advantage here is that we've got a gasoline engine that makes 608 horsepower, coupled with two electric motors, 129 horsepower electric motor in the front and 156 in the rear. And you combine those three, and you get 887 total system horsepower.
This is beyond anything that's ever been on the streets. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, and the greatest thing about it is it's a car you can drive every day, even with all this power. If you have a short commute, you can drive, more than 12 miles on electric energy alone. So you can kind of creep around your neighborhood, wake up your neighbors if you come in late or leave early. It has a trunk in the front. The top comes off. It has a great Burmester audio system, and it even has a fitted luggage set, which is an option.
Now, you mentioned the trunk in the front, but there's also a hood, which is part of this, so that if the weather should change, it attaches right on top?
Yeah, luckily you can place the two top panels in the front trunk, and there's still some cargo capacity under it. So if you buy the fitted luggage set, it actually has a rollaboard bag that fits under the tops when they're stowed, so you can take a nice road trip in the car with you and your companion.
Dare I ask, what is the suggested retail price?
Well, this is our top model, and this is a rather exclusive car, so it starts at $845,000 US for the 918 Spyder. And then we have a special version called the Weissach package with some extra lightweight measures and some extra aerodynamic enhancements, and that starts from $929,000.
Fantastic. Well, those that know and those that are interested in a car like this, I could see how the demand is off the shelf.
Yeah, it's an exciting project for us. So Ernie, this is the all-new Porsche Macan. It's our new compact SUV, which made its debut last year at the LA Auto Show. It goes on sale here in May, and we have two versions. The Macan S, which you see here, is priced from $49,900, and the Macan Turbo, priced from $72,300. And the difference between the two, you get the same great compact SUV package with all the Porsche features and design and performance. One has a 340 horsepower turbocharged six-cylinder, and the other has a 400 horsepower turbocharged V6.
Now, who is your public for this? Who buys the Macan?
The customer for the Macan, we think it's going to attract a mix of traditional Porsche customers, somebody who might own a 911 or a Cayman or a Boxster, or even a Cayenne, and wants something that's a little bit smaller. It's easier to park and easier to fit in the garage. And also conquest customers, people who may have never owned a Porsche before, but have always wanted one, and maybe they need something a little bit more practical than a sports car, and they get a lot of the same attributes with the Macan.
It's amazing. You've taken that Porsche brand and brought it up to this whole new level in this beautiful vehicle.
Yeah, what's great is that the same things that make a 911 great work really well in other sort of segments where you might need four doors, but you prioritize performance and efficiency and comfort and everyday usability. Those are the hallmarks of our brand, and they can be applied to many different areas of the market.
Spectacular. Show us more.
Well, over here we have the all-new 911 Targa model, which is our newest 911 model. Just made its debut at the Detroit Auto Show in January. And what's special about the Targa is that it has a whole new roof system. You see the classic Targa bar. We've been making Targas since 1967, and this is the first time in many years that we've had this Targa bar. The last Targa had a glass roof, and now this has a very special roof system that the roof panel retracts behind the front seats or rear seats.
I mean, these are jewels. I mean, we see a lot of vehicles, we see a lot of practicality, but what goes into a Porsche is something above and beyond. Is that the philosophy, Nick, of the company?
Yeah, what's great about Porsche is it's an engineering-driven company. It always has been since our founder came up with the first Porsche. What he said is that he couldn't find the sports car he wanted, so he decided to make it himself. And that philosophy drives our engineers today. And when you meet the people behind the 911 and all of our other products, they're some of the most passionate, talented engineers I've ever met. And they take a great deal of pride in crafting, a very special car. And they know exactly what a Porsche customer wants. And they strive to always exceed expectations and to do something that no one has ever done before.
Rolls-Royce. It's so great coming to see you every year. This is Terence Grogan. Terence, you've got something very exciting to show our viewers.
Yes, Ernie. This year at the show we've three cars here for the audience. We have our new Ghost Series 2, which you see behind us here. We have a Wraith off to my right and a Phantom drop head off to my left. We can take a quick look at the Wraith, at the Ghost Series 2.
Absolutely.
So if you want to just take a quick look at the front, we've got new headlights, new wraparound LEDs. On the bonnet we've got the new wake line coming off the wings of the Spirit of Ecstasy. Reshaped bonnet here, reshaped wings, and then the biggest change on the interior is the new seating and the new bespoke options that you can get on the vehicle. A wonderful feature that our customers really enjoy on our cars, which is not new, it's been on the cars for many years, is the coach doors. So both doors can open, the rear doors are rear hinged, and it gives customers very easy entry and exit from the car.
Magnificent. Those attention to details, it's what Rolls-Royce is all about.
Yes, you get the wonderful leather, the beautiful stitching, the handmade wood veneer pieces. You can see on the floor there we have genuine lamb's wool floor mats. They're about an inch thick lamb's wool. That's a feature that customers really enjoy. It's a wonderful feature that they love to take their shoes off, rub their feet through the lamb's wool, and it's a really good feature that grabs a lot of attention.
What an experience for someone to own a Rolls-Royce.
Yes, our buyers, our customers are very successful business people, but the day that they get to purchase a Rolls-Royce is a very special day for them. The day they get to order their car, get to choose every single aspect of the car, from the colour of the leather, the colour of the stitching, what exterior colour they'd like to have on it, and there's so many different things that they can personalise on the car and truly make the car their own.
Well, we're from the Hamptons, and people in the Hamptons love luxury.
Yes, that's right.
And you've got an example here of something that would really make a statement, I think, down Main Street.
Yes, over here we have the Phantom Drophead Coupe, which came to the market in 2007, was refreshed in 2012, and it's been a very, very successful car for the company. It's a car that we see customers really making their own, because you have the convertible top. The interior of the car is on view to everyone as you drive by, so you can truly use it to express your own style, and customers do that to a great degree. We have a higher level of bespoke, one-off individualization of the Drophead Coupe than we do of any other car.
Rolls-Royce is an international company, based, of course, in England. But how important is the U.S. market to your company?
Well, the U.S. market is very, very important to the company. It's our largest market for the Drophead Coupe. It's one of our most important markets for the Wraith Coupe, and we sell quite a number of the Ghost models also. In 2013, it was the second largest market in the world, slightly behind China. We're fairly confident that for 2014 we'll be able to regain the #1 spot. We sold approximately 960 cars in the US market last year, of a total of 3,630 worldwide. So we sell 1 in every 4 cars that Rolls-Royce make.
Excellent. So you have one more to show us here. Terence, thank you for this rare look. Very rarely do we see the lid up on a Rolls-Royce, and we're having an opportunity now to actually see what a Rolls-Royce engine looks like.
Yes, this is the engine of the Rolls-Royce Wraith. It's a V12 6.6 litre twin turbocharged, producing 624 brake horsepower. So it's the most powerful engine that has ever been put into a Rolls-Royce motor car. The Rolls-Royce Wraith came out in 2013, went on sale in October of 2013. It's been hugely successful in the US market, and our customers are huge fans of the V12 that we have in our cars.
Let's talk about this model. What sets it apart from the other Rolls-Royce models?
The door handles are at the front of the door, so we have the coach doors again on the Wraith, which open out here to show a very, very impressive interior. This car is done in a tan leather with Canadell paneling on the doors and on the rear three-quarter panels. The Canadell paneling is something that we haven't offered before on any previous Rolls-Royce model, so it's a first. The wood paneling that you see on the door there, that's the largest wood panel that you will see on any production car anywhere in the world.
Beautiful, and it's one piece.
It's one piece of single wood, yeah, and the fantastic thing about it is that the piece that you see on the right-hand door is mirrored exactly on the left-hand door. So same angle, same shape, exact same.
And Terence, the Spirit of Ecstasy is also part of the panel.
Yes, for 2015, customers will be able to order the on-laid Spirit of Ecstasy onto the door panels there, both on the passenger door and on the driver door. Again, it's a little unique feature that customers can do to individualize their cars and make it unique to them.
I mean, it is so amazing. Terence, it's a true four-seater, huh?
Yes, Ernie, this is a true four-seater, capable of seating 4 people in the ultimate comfort. So one of the more unique features of the car is the umbrellas, which are stored in the front quarter panel. This car actually has a bespoke umbrella, so the beading around the umbrella matches the tan interior, and the main colour of the umbrella matches the navy carpets.
What can you say except Rolls-Royce?
Yes, the ultimate in luxury.
Well, thank you so much. You've given our viewers a great look at what the top of the class here at the New York International Auto Show is all about. Continued success to Rolls-Royce.
Thank you very much, Ernie.
The New York International Auto Show will be here at the Javits Center through April 27th. For more information, go to autoshowny.com. For WVVH-TV, I'm Ernie Shimizi reporting. Thank you.